Hey everybody, it's Lars here. It's OMAD 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's day 2 of having one meal a day, and I'm gonna have beef from Butcher Box. This is flat ranch steaks. You cook them kind of like a standard steak, you know. You want a medium rare, seared on each side, and just kind of cook just right. Along with that, a couple of baked potatoes. I do love potatoes. I did buy a bunch at the beginning of this week. So that's what it's gonna be. However, something unexpectedly happened after I shot the last video and posted it. I was green shamed. I was shamed for not having any greens. Can you believe that? So, you know, to make the crowd happy, I did buy a bunch of kale. How I'm gonna cook this, I'm gonna rip the center ribs out. They're a little tough. With the leaves, I'm gonna chop them up and cook them in the pan, the cast iron skillet that I'm gonna cook the beef in. So that's gonna add a lot of flavor. I'm gonna do it when the meat is resting, so that way everything kind of comes up at the right perfect time. Here I am, I've pulled the ribs out of the kale and I got it in a pile and I'm just kind of chopping it roughly, right? With greens like this, you don't need to fine dice or anything like that. There's a lot of reasons not to eat kale raw, but what I'm gonna do is show a little more info about that, or I'll give you links to it in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I've seen Gordon Ramsay do this. Butter, get that melted in. Tribute, get in there. All right, and flip. Gordon Ramsay also tilts the pan and then slathers the butter on top, but I've only got one hand free here, but I think you guys get it. Other people have asked me, dude, do you only eat beef? And actually, in a way, kind of. I do get a monthly box from Butcher Box filled with beef only. Actually, I do have some add-ons, chicken wings and bacon, etc. But I primarily eat a beef-centered diet, along with, you know, some sides. But I would say I'm about 90% carnivorous in a way. And I have a big box in my freezer that I am just gonna work through while I'm here at the coronavirus shutdown pandemic madness of 2020. So yes. So I got the potatoes in the oven at 425, and these are a little bit smaller. They come in those big bags filled with potatoes, and those are always smaller, but these ones are organic. So I have this thing, I don't even know what it's called, but my mom gave it to me, and every Swede has one. And it's a test potato doneness. So you stick it in. Okay, this is done, so this is perfect. I like my potatoes overcooked, baked potatoes overcooked, so they get that crunchy exterior. You know this. So I'm gonna put this back in the oven, start on my steak, let that rest, and then do the kale. Here you go, it's in the pan. It's gonna reduce. There's still a lot of water because I did rinse it and soak it to take all the dirt off. But it's gonna reduce over time. I'd ideally like to dry it, but guess who doesn't have a salad spinner? Because I stopped eating salads. Getting smaller. Now look at that. That kale is reduced into something edible. It soaked up all the fat and beef flavor from the steaks I cooked in there. And in fact, it even acted as a cast iron pan cleaner. Look at that. Moisture came off the kale, got into the pan, removed that browning. It's called a fond. That's what a steak does when on a pan. And it's really gonna imbue this with flavor. It's actually gonna make kale edible. I'm actually looking forward to it. I hope all you greens shamers are happy. But truthfully, I'm actually excited to add a little variety to my meals this week. It's a tough month for everybody, tough time. So if I can contribute by adding kale to my meals to make the world better, I'm gonna do it. All right, here it is. I got the baked potato, cooked kale, soaked up with all that meaty goodness, and then the 2 ranch steaks. So I'm ready to get into this. Both of them are cooked medium rare. Please subscribe and like, comment, do whatever, but this is my one meal of the day. Thank you.